to podcast episode number 15.
Woohoo! We're 5 episodes away from the end of season 1.
Wow, I can't even imagine. Only 5 more officially 5 more podcasts until we start the second season.
Whoa! That is impressive.
And a lot of people won't say that 10 minutes is crazy, but 20 episodes of podcasts is not crazy. I think it is.
Yeah, that's a huge
We're creating these fast, including missing 9 days.
Yeah, 9 days.
Missing 9 days, we already would have gotten through a season probably
most likely, and be
a couple
really
weeks
far
ago.
in season 3,
But
season 2.
Today we have a new guest. You can probably already see him.
Hello, everybody.
You could already probably see him in the back.
Yep.
He's right there. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Shane Burcaw. I am 62 years old, and I am just very delighted to be on the podcast channel. Now, I think the very first guest appearance was on season 1, episode 6 podcast, but I am being introduced on podcast 15.
Yeah.
Number 15.
So, podcast episode number 15. How are y'all feeling about this podcast episode?
Well, I'm feeling, for me, the new guest, I am feeling pretty pretty great because I get to be introduced on this channel. I don't know exactly what this channel is about, but all I know is I think Donnie gave me a quick rundown, and I know that we're doing a podcast now, so he's very good.
What if I...
And my thoughts on it, me, Donnie, talking.
Way better. We can scoot y'all up a bit more.
My thoughts on this 15th podcast.
Yours?
Yeah. My thoughts on this 15th podcast are, I'm just amazed how we're already on podcast episode number 15 in season 1. But I just really can't believe we've gotten this far in 2 weeks since our channel has aired. And I'm just really excited and happy that we're even here today where we are. So that is just a very great opportunity that I have been introduced since episode 1 of this podcast channel. And it hasn't been tiring for me or anything. It's actually been fun, and it's something I'm looking forward to each and every day. It's not something that I'm being forced to do.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
So, he's our new guest, and today we'll be kind of uncovering SMA, kind of the theme of this podcast today. It's weird to be scheduling podcasts.
Like what the theme is about, not something that happened throughout a day or something.
Yeah, but we'll also talk about things that happen during the day or whatever, and we'll only uncover a little bit of SMA, the knowledge that I know, and sometimes through Google.
So, basically what this thing is talking about, what SMA is for episode 15 podcast.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So, SMA, I'll look up the definition because I know...
we know it, but Google has better words.
Okay. SMA definition. So, SMA to me is a muscular degenerative disease in my eyes, but it's really a disorder affecting the motor neurons, nerve cells that control voluntary muscle movement. These cells are located in the spinal cord because the muscles cannot respond to signals from the nerves. They atrophy, weaken, and shrink from inactivity. So, kind of what I was thinking, I was saying one day, I think to my health science 1 teacher, I was saying to her that SMA is kind of like it happens kind of within the spine because there's spinal in it. I was like, it was probably from neurons. So I was kind of correct, but couldn't remember it all. So Google it's kind of like it is affecting the motor neurons within the spine, causing your muscles to atrophy. And by medical definition, atrophy means shrinking. And dystrophy means muscle loss or weakening in a sense.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember at first I never knew what they meant until I went to Health Science 1. I really love that class. I hope I get to learn more. So I also looked up... Oh, I don't think it's looked up anymore. Nope. I said, when was the SMA disease discovered? It says spinal muscular atrophy, SMA, an inherited progressive neuromuscular disease that causes muscle atrophy. 1. Was discovered in infants in the early 1890s by physicians Guido Werding and John Hoffman. Or Joan. So, yeah, that was...
I was not expecting it.
To be 1890s when SMA was discovered.
Yeah, 1890s. I was thinking it was in the 1900s or something. Like 1940.
Then, when was SMA gene discovered? Doctors weren't... Oh, this was the exact same thing. Oh, what race is most affected by SMA? In the United States, the prevalence of SMA is estimated to be between 1 in every 6,000 to 10,000 individuals. The condition is found in individuals of every race and ethnic background, but is most common among Caucasians.
Oh, I did not know that.
Where was spinal muscular atrophy first discovered? We're reading questions off Google. Cases of SMA were first described in the early 1890s by Austrian scientist Guido Werding and German scientist Johann Hoffmann. Thanks to their discoveries in what is now known as SMA type 1, which was originally referred to as Werding-Hoffmann disease. Wow!
Werding-Hoffmann disease.
Even though the cases they identified were not likely that type. Where does SMA disease come from? Chromosome 5 SMA is caused by a deficiency of the motor neuron protein called SMN for survival of motor neuron. This protein, as it implies, seems to be necessary for normal motor neuron function. SMN plays a pivotal role in gene expressions in motor neurons. How many people carry the SMA gene? About 1 in 40 in 60 people are carriers of SMA. If both parents are carriers, they have a 1 in 4 chance of having a child with SMA. About 1 in 6,000 to 1 in 10,000 children are born with SMA. My family member has spinal muscular atrophy. Oh. How common is it to carry SMA? Wait. How many people in the world have SMA syndrome? Ooh. Prevalence is the number of people currently living with the disease. Living, not passed away. The prevalence of SMA is about 1 person in 100,000 people worldwide. The prevalence is lower than the incidence because of the shorter lifespan of common SMA types. About 25,000 Americans currently living with SMA. Wow. That's crazy. 25,000.
25,000 people living
in America.
Oh, wow. Damn.
A lot more people in the world throughout the history since it was discovered, but currently living in America, about 25,000.
Wow.
What is the life expectancy of someone with SMARD? What? That's not it. How common is SMA in the U.S.? Okay, never. It's the same. What celebrity has spinal muscular atrophy? Stephen Hawking. He did not have SMA. Had ALS.
Yeah.
He had a nerve disease.
I don't know.
Maybe they classified it as SMA, but he didn't have SMA. It would have shown early and prevalent signs. He has ALS. I don't know exactly what that means, but I know it's some nerve condition that causes deterioration. It might be the almost exact same, but it doesn't happen in the spine. He might have muscular atrophy, but it's not from the spine. It's just from motor neurons, I think.
You're smart.
Thank you.
Slay. I'm not.
What are the first signs of SMA? Muscle weakness and decreased muscle tone, limited mobility, breathing problems eating and swallowing, delayed gross motor skills, spontaneous tongue movements, scoliosis. I have all those signs, as you can clearly tell. Because I was diagnosed with SMA in my 30s, which is so late.
I was diagnosed at 38 years old, and I'm 53 now.
Because in our case, I was too bad to really test because I was literally in a coma and couldn't speak, and I was physically in a coma. No one can kind of test my mobility throughout the years. And I originally had microcephaly, something that smooths the brain. It starts with an L, but I can't remember the rest. And then I had a lot of other disorders when I was born that no one really discovered until I was 5, like epilepsy, all these other crazy ones. So they figured that because of my cerebral palsy, because of all my other disorders that I had a lot of before 19, they thought it was because of those, not because of SMA. And I originally got the 3 main diagnoses: Sanfilippo syndrome, FND, and SMA. FND is, how can I not remember the name? It's a disease.
Functional. No. Nope.
We're not even going to try. I can't remember the name. So if I do remember the name, I'll pop it up right here.
Yep.
So we
also
can
look it up on Google.
No, I will look it up on Google. I'll just pop it up on the screen so I can remember. I think it's functional neurological disorder, but it could have not. It could.
Maybe. I'm
Mad. Oh my gosh, we're already 10 minutes, 51 seconds in. What?
Whoa, really?
Oh my god, we're about 11 minutes. Oh my god.
Oh my god, what the heck?
What the?
Whoa.
That totally skipped my mind. I forgot to look at we're 11 minutes in.
Wow.
So, oh my gosh.
This will be our longest podcast. Woo.
Yeah. So, thank you all so much.
Accidentally.
Yeah, I didn't even realize. But okay, before it goes on longer.
Yeah.
So, thank you all so much for watching today's podcast. We're happy that we got to discover and learn more things about SMA and introduce y'all to those. So, thank you everyone for watching our longest podcast yet.
Yep.
And we'll see you all tomorrow. Bye!